Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k17 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz, and this is Monday Night Raw, the first Raw since the Bragging Rights pay-per-view, as we now are officially on the road to Summerslam. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are kicking Raw off tonight with our Raw General Manager, Christian. He's in the ring with the Universal Champion, Goldberg. Let's see what they have to say. Bill, I want to take this time to thank you for your performance at Bragging Rights last night. If it wasn't for you, Monday Night Raw would have not won Bragging Rights for the first time in Universe Mode history. Goldberg, you were a star. You were the man, and I want to thank you for that. But unfortunately, Bill, I'm not giving you all good news tonight. Unfortunately, I am the bearer of bad news as well. You see, tonight, I need to find my SummerSlam main event. I just lost one of my biggest stars on this show and a friend of yours in AJ Styles. AJ Styles has officially left Raw, which means I need to find a SummerSlam main event. And Goldberg, over the last number of months, you've been terrorizing everybody in the Raw locker room. You've been beating them down, you've been destroying them, you've been putting them on the shelf. You've been injuring everyone who's come up against you. And because of that, we've got a lot of guys in the back who all want your blood on their hands. We've got a lot of guys in the back who all want to take you down and take your Universal Championship. And unfortunately, Bill, I've got no choice but to abide by their decision. You see, Goldberg, my job is on the line right now. At SummerSlam, a lot of my top stars, their contracts are expiring, which means I have to make them happy. And the only way to make them happy is to give them what they want. Bill, you and I, we've had a great working relationship so far. I've been giving you everything you wanted. I've been giving you the matches you wanted. I've been giving you the opponents you've wanted. But unfortunately, this one, it's out of my hands, and I hope this does not affect our relationship. The good news, though, is that I can give you a $100,000 increase to your salary on your contract for Raw as a thank you for all of your hard work and a thank you for helping Raw win Bragging Rights. But unfortunately, Bill, here's the bad news. At SummerSlam, I'm going to give the opportunity for all of the superstars that you have beaten down, all of the superstars that you have attacked and terrorized. I'm going to give all of them an opportunity for the World Championship that you possess, the WWE Universal Championship. So at SummerSlam, it's going to be you, Goldberg, defending against Seth Rollins, John Cena, Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, and the newest member of the Raw roster, Dean Ambrose. So that match will not just be a regular match, Goldberg. That match will be Hell in a Cell. A 6-man Hell in a Cell. The opportunity for everyone to get their grievances out. The opportunity for everyone to get their hands on you. And the opportunity for you to take them all out once and for all. That's at SummerSlam, and that is Hell in a Cell. So what do you think, Goldberg? I hope that match is okay. Like I said, my hands are tied. I hope this doesn't change things between us. Well, a huge match announcement has just been made. 6-man Hell in a Cell. I wonder how Goldberg... Oh my God, Goldberg just struck Christian. Well, Christian wanted to know if things were going to change. Goldberg's not happy at all. And a spear. Oh my God, a spear to the GM. Goldberg can't do this. Goldberg, he can't put his hands on the GM. Goldberg's the champ, yes. He's just got a contract increase, yes. But, you know, he can't take the GM down. Goldberg's pissed that he has to defend inside Hell in a Cell against 5 of Raw's best. And oh, a jackhammer to follow it up. Goldberg just laying out the GM. Well, there has to be some repercussions. Goldberg just can't go around beating everyone up. He cannot put his hands on the GM. Goldberg is essentially untouchable, though. Just signed a new deal here to Raw for big money, a contract increase. He's the champ, and now he has to defend at SummerSlam inside Hell in a Cell. Well, that's a huge opening, a huge match announcement. I cannot believe what we just saw. But this week on Raw, we've got the Club, the Tag Champs against the Usos. Paige goes one-on-one against Alexa Bliss. Sheamus goes one-on-one with the Money in the Bank holder, Samoa Joe. And we will also see The Miz going up against Jason Jordan, one-on-one. And Dean Ambrose, well, he's been traded from SmackDown to Raw. AJ Styles has gone to SmackDown, as we know, and because of that, a trade needed to be made. Dean Ambrose is now part of the Raw locker room. More on that later. In our main event, well, Big Show and Austin Aries team up to take on Ziggler and Nakamura, who have formed a bit of an alliance themselves in the last few weeks. We'll see how that goes. And we'll see the Club against the Usos. In our opening contest, the Club pick up another win. They are on a roll, ladies and gentlemen. So good at the moment. Paige versus Bliss. Paige gets the victory. Sheamus versus Joe one-on-one. Money in the Bank holder picks up a victory as well. Miz and Jason Jordan. It is going to be Jordan with a win. Time for Ambrose and Neville. Well, big opportunity for this man, Dean Ambrose. He's been traded from SmackDown to Raw in favor of AJ Styles. The trade had to be made because, well, obviously AJ Styles at bragging rights picked which brand he wanted to go to and which championship he wanted to challenge. And of course he did that thanks to the help of Goldberg and by taking down Finn Balor, sending a massive statement, a massive message to the WWE Champion. But it means AJ Styles no longer part of Raw as of right now, and AJ Styles is now on SmackDown. Ambrose has been traded from SmackDown to Raw, which is pretty funny because at bragging rights, Ambrose, of course, was a part of the six-man tag, and he was representing SmackDown. So in a space of 24 hours, he's gone from being a SmackDown guy to being a Raw superstar. He's up against this man, Neville. It's going to be a very tough transition for Dean Ambrose. Of course, he's not exactly well liked over in the SmackDown brand. He's made a few enemies over there, and his attitude has been a little bit, well, interesting to say the least. It's, you know, some people agree with it, some don't, but it hasn't quite worked out for him. Dean Ambrose has been a little bit out of luck, but he gets a place inside Hell in a Cell, and this man, Neville, will have to be filthy that Ambrose joins the Raw roster and gets a spot straight away, whilst Neville's still fighting away, trying to get his opportunities, and they've been few and far between. So Christian taking care of his newest Raw superstar. It is a former Royal Rumble and Intercontinental and WWE Champion Dean Ambrose. It's a big name acquisition, no doubt about that. And they've also got themselves $500,000 of extra salary cap money to use, thanks to winning bragging rights. We know Goldberg has been allocated $100,000 of it, so $400,000 remains in the salary cap bonus for Raw. And Dean Ambrose is obviously a trade for AJ Styles, and because of that, Raw did not have to use any of their salary cap to get Dean Ambrose onto their brand. So that's a positive news, positive sign for Raw as an insecurity there by Neville. Good start here as he stomps away, continuing on the arm as well. So good start here for Neville. Springs off the ropes. Oh, he's misfired there. So Dean Ambrose has been in a bit of a slump, to say the least, but he's had some good performances. He was okay in King of the Ring. He didn't quite go all the way, but he made it through the first round, which was a positive for him. He hasn't had the performances that he would have liked, but I tell you, Dean Ambrose is one to watch out for, no doubt about that. He has a record, a proven record of being excellent. He's just in a bit of a down, period right now. In a slump, as I said, as attempted suplex by Neville, blocked by Ambrose, and hits one of his own. Perhaps a change of scenery will do Ambrose a world of good. And, of course, let's not forget, it was the Raw roster where Dean Ambrose had all of his success. He switched from SmackDown to Raw, won the WWE Championship, but of course he ended up back on SmackDown as a DDT by Neville. And going to SmackDown probably didn't work too well for him in the end. He just hasn't had a great time of it, but he has performed well in the past. We know that. And he'll be a factor in the Hell in a Cell, no doubt about that. I'm confident that he can be a factor. I'm confident that he can be something in there. And I'm not sure if he's got the performances and the confidence that he could win a match like that, but it is Hell in a Cell. It's 6 men. It's going to be chaotic, and it's going to be down to the fact of who can pinpoint and take advantage of the opportunities, as Neville with a spinning forearm takes down Ambrose. Excellent move there, Neville, former Intercontinental Champion in his own right, and he's done so much great work in his career, Neville, without really winning the big prize. He hasn't been able to get the big win. But I tell you what, he's not too far away. He's not too far away from getting himself a part of that main event scene to get himself opportunities for that world title, Neville. As an attempted drop kick missing. Ambrose now will get Neville over the top of the rope. And Dean, what's he signaling here? He feels as though he's got something big in mind. He might want to try and do it now because Neville hangs him up on the ropes. Ambrose took too much time. Mistake. Neville! Oh, again he's missed. Oh, geez, he nearly had Ambrose right there, springing off the ropes with that splash, but he just missed out. And oh, went for a big boot. And oh, Ambrose shrugged away with the attempted running bulldog. Back and forth exchange between the two right now. Neville over the top of the rope. Dean Ambrose now. What will he do? Will he actually go for it this time? Or will he get hung up again? Yes, he will. Ambrose again making another mistake. Neville's got one more chance to go for it. This time, he wants Ambrose to get to his feet. Dean Ambrose in position. Neville, oh, strikes with the boots. Right to the chest. And excellent move there. As Neville, he's so dangerous. Oh, corkscrewing, splashing down. And now the cover. This could be a chance. And oh, a kick out. Well, that's the thing about Neville. He's probably been flying under the radar a little bit as of late. Hasn't quite had the performance, the standing shooting star. Hasn't had the performances that he would have liked, but he's so good. As now he lines up Ambrose. This could be trouble for Dean. Neville! Red Arrow! Red Arrow's got him! Ambrose gonna lose his Raw return! Oh, a kick out at 2. How close do you want it to be? Neville nearly had him beat. Now Ambrose shrugs him off. Dean Ambrose hanging on for dear life. Ambrose nearly losing his Raw return match. And that would have been disastrous for his Hell in a Cell campaign. Neville now suplexing Ambrose. And I tell you what, Neville, I think, has to be one of the hardest superstars to beat on the roster. Just gives it 100% every time we see him. And he's always within a massive chance of winning. Cover now by Neville. This could be it. Ambrose, he's on the rocks here. He's trying to hang on. And now the legs wrapped around the throat of Ambrose with the head scissors. Not going to do the job, though, as he's been able to fight through it. Dean Ambrose now. Uh-oh, hang on! Bit of dirty deeds! Oh, no. Ambrose strikes back with the dirty deeds. Where did that come from? Neville. Oh, he kicked out! He kicked out! Again, I thought that was 3. But Neville just got the shoulders up. I thought he was done. I thought that was a 3 count. I was going to call it right there. But Neville, he somehow kicked out right in the nick of time. A bit like Ambrose. Now Dean with a running bulldog, firing himself up and getting himself back into this one. The Dirty Deeds was really out of nowhere. Didn't have much of a build-up towards it. Maybe that was the reason why Neville had enough in the tank to kick out. Leg sweep there by Ambrose. Gets Neville back up. Such a crucial match for Dean. He needs this win so badly to get his confidence for SummerSlam. Neville now attempted scoop slam and drives him down. Gets that leg, hooks it. This could be it. Trouble for Ambrose. And oh, another near fall. Count of 2 again. So close. Neville needs that red arrow one more time. Attempted right hand, missing out. Ambrose with one of his own with the attempted running bulldog. This time he gets it. And now has Neville down. Dean Ambrose, what does he think here? Former world champion. Wants to reclaim the major prize. It's been a tough year for Dean Ambrose, but this could be the moment where he turns his career around. He's come to Raw. He's been forced to come to Raw. It wasn't a part of the plan. He was picked by Christian, part of the trade, to come over. And now, Dean Ambrose looking to beat Neville here. Dirty D's one more time. Surely that's it now. Ambrose, the confidence is back for SummerSlam. A win here tonight. Jeez, he had to work for it. I thought for a moment Neville was going to take it, but Ambrose in the second half of the match, it was all him. He dominated it, and he got himself back into it and picked up the win. A much-needed win for Dean Ambrose. Like him or hate him, I mean, you have to respect the fact that he's come from SmackDown to Raw in the space of 24 hours. Out of nowhere, he's had to really just change everything. You know, change of scenery, change of brand, change of locker room, change of opponents. And to get this win tonight is huge. He gets himself a title shot at Summerslam. I think just add a bit of luck there. They needed an extra man to fill that last spot. Ambrose selected to be that one. And Christian, I think, has seen something in Ambrose. Believes he might be able to get him back to where he was a couple of years ago. And that's why he's brought him over here to Raw from Smackdown. But nonetheless, a big victory tonight for Dean Ambrose as he gets ready for Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam. Well, we just talked about it, but it is official. AJ Styles makes his first appearance a part of the SmackDown roster on the next episode of Universe Mode on SmackDown. AJ, for the first time, is a part of SmackDown, and he makes his SmackDown debut appearance on the next episode. That is going to be big. Do not miss it as we get ready for our main event tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Big Show and Austin Aries teaming up to take on Nakamura and Ziggler. Well, the Big Show and Austin Aries have formed an alliance, and when in terms of victories and losses, it's been more on the losses side of things, but the Big Show is a veteran. He's still, I think, trying to get his confidence back. He's been a really disastrous number of years for Big Show now here in Universe Mode. Of course, a former World Heavyweight Champion here in Universe Mode. Let's not discredit him, but it's been a long time since that was the case back in Season 1. And he's trying to get his confidence back. He's trying to get back to where he was, just kind of refine his form, refine himself. And Austin Aries believes he is going to be the one to do it for him. Aries believes with his help, he can make the Big Show great again. Austin Aries talks a big game, though. We'll see if he can back it up. He is the US champion, though. Well, Austin Aries and the Big Show have had their way with Nakamura in the last month or so. Every time Nakamura appears, Aries is always there to make sure that Nakamura stays down, and Aries continues the fight, continues to take him down. But it was that bragging rights when Nakamura distracted Austin Aries and cost him the match against Braun Strowman. And Aries was comfortably beaten in the end by Strowman with the running power slam. Well, Nakamura was on the shelf for a couple of weeks thanks to Austin Aries at King of the Ring. And because of that, this man, Dolph Ziggler, stepped up. Ziggler's got himself a place inside Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam, but he's been the one to step up to help out Nakamura whilst Nakamura's been down. And it's a bit of an interesting situation because obviously Nakamura beat Ziggler at King of the Ring, but Dolph Ziggler lended a hand to Nakamura backstage when Aries and the Big Show took down Shinsuke. And ever since, Ziggler's been getting himself involved with the Big Show and Austin Aries. Not as successful as he would have liked, but Nakamura is back now to help out Ziggler. So maybe a bit of a short-term alliance being formed here as well with Dolph Ziggler and Shinsuke Nakamura. At least Nakamura has some backup now because he needs it. When you got the Big Show as the size of two men as it is, and the crafty Austin Aries, you're going to need some help. And Nakamura has called on a former WWE Champion, US Champion in Dolph Ziggler. A big name to come along and help out Nakamura. You have to wonder, though, for Dolph Ziggler, where is his mind at? Because he just found out that he's a part of Hell in a Cell. He wouldn't have obviously expected that. He would have been focusing on this match all day. But now, knowing that he's inside Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam, he'll probably be thinking, hey, I want to try and get through these matches so my body is 100% ready to go for Hell in a Cell. So maybe the intent for Dolph Ziggler to help out Nakamura won't be as strong as it may have been if he wasn't a part of Hell in a Cell. But anyway, Ziggler is in the ring with the Big Show and an elbow to start things off for Dolph Ziggler. So Ziggler, I mean, he's just the nice guy, really. When Nakamura is getting beaten down, who's there to help? It's Dolph Ziggler. He didn't have to come to Nakamura's aid at all. He didn't have to really do anything. But I guess it's out of the kindness of Ziggler's heart is he gets sent down with a back body drop. Not just a back body drop, a giant back body drop. It's a long way down up there. Ziggler now back to his feet, but shrugged off there by the Big Show. Obviously, Dolph Ziggler helping out Nakamura is a bit of a risk because Ziggler, trying to focus on regaining the world title, knowing that, well, it's a lot of competition. Now 5 men coming after the world title at once. It's very tough right now for Dolph Ziggler to get himself that championship. He's been a former US champion himself, so perhaps he may be thinking, okay, let's go back and let's get what got me to the dance to begin with, and that was the United States Championship. Ziggler, of course, winning the US title. He's the longest reigning US champion in Universe Mode history, and he used that US Championship to, well, elevate himself to the main event. And of course, it was the main event of SummerSlam, funny enough. Aries takes down Ziggler. And now, front face lock there by Aries. Has Dolph. Oh, an eye rake. And now, Ziggler into the corner. Elbow there as standing dropkick. Austin Aries taken down. Ziggler's going to go for the tag. Brings in Nakamura. So this is Shinsuke's chance to get his hands on the champ. Been a long rivalry now between the two. And you feel as though it might culminate at SummerSlam. One more matchup between the two, perhaps. Austin Aries and Nakamura one-on-one. It's currently Nakamura hasn't really got the better of Austin Aries, but Aries has been trying to do everything in his power to run away from Nakamura. Oh! Beautiful move there by Aries. Of course, Aries shocked the world by winning the US Championship from Nakamura on his first match on the main roster. His pay-per-view debut match. He won the championship from Nakamura. He shocked us all, really. I don't think many of us expected it. But in the rematch, it was, well, Nakamura a little bit unlucky. The Big Show came out and struck him, causing the disqualification. So Nakamura never really getting a fair rematch. And of course, the King of the Ring came around and the focus shifted. But the focus is now back on the US Championship for Nakamura, and he would love to get one legitimate chance at Aries at SummerSlam. As now Big Show picks up Nakamura, slamming him down. Tag now. Well, the Big Show and Austin Aries, if they can get their tag team chemistry down packed, you know, they're a possibility. Oh, big kick there by Nakamura. They're potentially a possibility to even have a run for the tag titles. Aries would love more championship gold, I'm sure. I mean, he's the type of guy where he can never have too many championships. And the Big Show, well, hey, he's been a former tag team champion himself, yes, but it's been a while, and the Big Show could really use another championship just to lift his confidence and his spirits. He's been really down, arguably even depressed over the last couple of years on Universe Mode. Just his position in the company's downhill. Many people want him to retire. Many people are sick of seeing the Big Show. And the Big Show's a bit upset about it. And he's now looking to take his frustrations out in the ring on his opponents. And Nakamura has been the prime target, the prime suspect, thanks to Austin Aries aligning himself with the Big Show and ordering the Big Show to come after Nakamura. Oh, a spear! Big Show, all that size and weight behind him, launching himself with taking down Nakamura. Oh! Nakamura blocks the KO punch. Lucky there, otherwise he was in trouble. Big Show didn't get a lot of momentum behind the spear, to be fair, but he went for the... Oh, wait a second. Nakamura! Kinshasa! Nakamura with the Kinshasa! The cover! Big Show's in trouble, but a kick out by the Giant. One knee to the head isn't going to be enough for Nakamura to beat the Giant Big Show. We know that, but geez, Big Show's been stunned, he's been rocked, and he's in major trouble. Ziggler feels as though he can capitalize. He's going to go for another cover now. Aries, much to my surprise, didn't come in to help the Big Show. Didn't come in to break the pinfall up. Maybe Aries be thinking to himself, well, I don't really mind if I can get away from this matchup. Ziggler's going to try and suplex the Big Show, and he's pulled it off. There you go. That's big. That is big. Ziggler now up top, and elbow! Landing on the Big Show. Ziggler doing everything he can. Of course, we know how good Dolph is. We know what he can do in the ring. And he's looking to help his new ally and Nakamura out. Help him get this win over Aries. And perhaps themselves form a bit of an alliance. Here is the attempted neck breaker. Oh, connecting. Well, Ziggler, of course, been one of those superstars who have, well, repelled against Goldberg as the Universal Champion. Nakamura has come out and said he does not support it either, but his focus has been on the US title, so he didn't want the Universal Championship opportunity yet. He wanted to get his hands on Aries. That's fair enough. Nakamura wants to finish off Aries. He's got some unfinished business to attend to. And Ziggler, well, he's probably got one foot in both championships right now. Perhaps one hand on the US title, one hand on the Universal Championship. He doesn't know which one to really challenge for, but he gets a Universal title shot, and when you get one, regardless if there's 6 men in there or not, you're going to take it and go after it, and that's exactly what he's going to do at SummerSlam. Knee into the back there by Aries on Ziggler, who Austin Aries has gotten the better. Oh! Nakamura takes down Aries and a suplex to forward. A 1-2 combination there by Shinsuke, and Aries is down, but Austin Aries coming after Nakamura. These two brawling to the outside, no surprise. They're to stay in each other. They have for each other is now sidewalk slam. Aries just wants Nakamura away from the title picture. I think he knows how good Nakamura is. I think he knows he kind of fluked that victory against Nakamura in the first place. And ever since, he's just been trying everything in his power to run away from the match. But there will be no running away at SummerSlam. There will be nowhere to go for Aries when Nakamura gets his chance. And now Ziggler, sliding drop kick right into the head. Dolph Ziggler can't capitalize though, can't keep the momentum going. Aries now in the corner, Ziggler in trouble. Aries, look out. Austin Aries with a clothesline. Takes down Dolph, and now Austin Aries looking to capitalize, maybe for the last chancery to forward up. And Ziggler countering. Big counter there by Dolph. He was in some trouble. Aries with a right hand. Attempted right hand again. Ziggler with another counter. Back and forth exchange. Now another block. And Aries has Dolph up. And Ziggler countering. DDT spiking the head of Austin Aries. Now the cover. Ziggler feels as though he may have him. Nakamura's there to help out, but the Big Show, well, he knows he's not fast enough to get in the ring. He knows it's going to take him at least 3 seconds just to get in the ring, let alone get in there and break things up. He's not bothering. Didn't matter anyways. Aries kicked out. And now a tag. Some good cohesion from both teams. Obviously, we know Aries and Big Show have been allies for a couple of months now. The chemistry should be building there between the two. And like we said, you never know. They could end up winning the whole thing. You know, going on to winning tag titles, being US champ, and maybe one day they challenge for the Universal titles, but they could win it all. That's how good this combination could be. Maybe they even recruit someone else to join the group. You never know, but they've got a good thing going here. And that's the scary thing is that when Austin Aries can get the Big Show back to his best, he's going to be unstoppable. Aries with a knee to the head of Nakamura and may have something big in mind. Maybe looking to finish him off. Shot to the head, and now Austin Aries looking for the last chancery. Ziggler is tiring. Ziggler, I don't know if he's going to be able to get in there to help out. Big Show's coming in this time, and he's trying to take out the Big Show. And oh! Nakamura, was that broken up by Ziggler? But it was broken up anyways, regardless. Big Show gets rid of Ziggler rather. Nakamura's in position. Austin Aries lighting him up. 450! Didn't quite get all of it. He got him on the legs. Is it enough? No, it's not. He didn't quite get him right. He got him on the legs. And because of that, Nakamura just had some wherewithal to kick out. His shoulders were okay. Big Show now trying his luck. Can't get him. Ziggler back to the apron now. Yeah, Nakamura couldn't kick out that efficiently, but he still had enough to kick out with the shoulders, get the shoulders up, and stay in it. Big Show in trouble maybe. Nakamura, stop, oh, right to the midsection of the Big Show. And now Shinsuke up to the second. What's he thinking? Nakamura lining him up. Nakamura now. Oh! Gets the knee off the second. And we normally see Nakamura follow it up with a Kinshasa to put his opponents away. He's going to try his luck now. Cover. Big Show near the ropes and a kick out. Jeez, the Big Show, all he had to do was reach out for the ropes there. Felt as though he was going to be able to kick out though. Luckily he was able to, otherwise that could have ended pretty badly. Nakamura shot to the gut there by the Big Show. And now Big Show with an STO. Match is in the balance right now. Really could go either way. Single leg takedown by Nakamura. One more big move. Could be it, and that's what Nakamura is exactly thinking. He wants to put the Big Show away. Here we go. Kinshasa right to the head. Could have knocked him out cold. Big Show in trouble. Nakamura gets him. Shinsuke Nakamura picks up the victory. And a great confidence boost for Nakamura and Dolph Ziggler as well. Just before SummerSlam. We're 4 weeks away, but every win counts. And Aries, there will be no escaping. There will be no hiding from Nakamura at SummerSlam. When Nakamura gets his chance at the champ, Ziggler has his chance at Goldberg in the Hell in a Cell. What you gotta say? This friendship that's been formed, this alliance, going pretty well. Nakamura and Dolph Ziggler getting along pretty well. And I think at this stage, Nakamura has got an ally that he can call upon whenever he needs him. When Big Show and Aries becomes too much to handle. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for this edition of Universe Mode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on it. Next up is AJ Styles on Smackdown. Do not miss it. I hope you enjoyed it. I apologize for the delay in episodes, but we'll be back with more frequent episodes in the near future. SummerSlam 4 weeks away. Do not miss it. Subscribe to see it. Leave a like on this episode if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video.